Part 1. The Ancient Parchments. In the 1960s, I travelled to Switzerland and stayed with a friend for 3 months. The purpose of this visit was to seek out and return with a wooden chest, which only I had the 13 keys to fit it. I think at this stage I should explain the how, why and wherefore of this search for the chest in Switzerland. My partner and I have lived above an antique shop in Chartford in the county of Jutex, England, since February 1964. We had bought this timber-clad 18th century wooden building to display a collection of various collections, from coins, buttons, paraffin lamps, and cottages. It was built in 1741 by a captain of a sailing ship that made frequent visits to Canada. He had returned in that year with a load of timber, moored on the River Redwater, and unloaded it just yards from where he built his retirement home. After establishing ourselves and gaining a good name for giving a fair price for the locals' antiques, I received a call one day from a scrap dealer, Mr. Southern, to say he was retiring to live with his daughter in Australia. It was only a stone's throw from the shop. In fact, you could see it from our flat roof garden above the shop, 3 stories up. I bought an old leather-bound book, Cheeksy's History of Charnford, 2 bronze Greek handles off of funeral caskets, a round-faced fusee movement clock with the name Costas, Charnford, in black letters on the enamel face. What turned out to be the most important was a large collection of the Times newspapers of 1826. I was entertaining some guests after lunch one day by reading one of these papers. London, dated London, Thursday, March the 9th, 1826, priced 7d. When to my surprise I came across this in the adverts. William Green, we would like you to go to Switzerland as soon as possible to purchase a large chest. The keys to open it you will find in the rubbish box you may remember Mr. Southern thrust into your van just before you left his yard. Fortunately, I hadn't blurted out these lines in front of our guests. With the best of intentions, they would only have spread round a very odd story. This newspaper, I think, you will agree, is one of those magical moments in life that in physical terms are impossible to explain. Attached to the largest key was a round white ivory disc with the words, "You will discover the chest in a Swiss canton," a clue to which one can be found in one of your paintings owned by Nigel Greenstock in Chelsea. The watercolour is called White Bridge Tram Wood. The clue is in the tram and the city you got lost in when you were 5. Even more magical was the fact that when I returned to our shop 3 months later, we discovered a note inside this chest explaining it had been given to my father-in-law, Captain A.C. Johnson, DSO, Royal Navy, by white monks when he rescued them during the Russian Revolution in 1917. He had then given it to Horatia, Nelson's granddaughter, who was living in Switzerland. The note also said I would be the only person on the planet who would be able to decipher the parchments in the 12 drawers. These represented the 12 labours of Hercules. These in turn relate to the 12 signs of the zodiac, which each soul has to pass through during many incarnations upon the earth. Every time I completed deciphering each parchment, I would hear a chuckling laughter, somewhat similar to when the Beatles laugh at the end of one of their songs. I shall be giving you a few snippets from the chest. The first one is regarding the 10 Commandments. The ancient text explains that they have been misinterpreted. They have been taught only from a physical viewpoint. Thou shalt not kill must also be seen as not killing a soul's joy, love, hope, or anything that would aid in its expansion. Thou shalt not steal must also be seen as not stealing energy from another soul. Thou shalt not commit adultery must also be seen as do not adulterate a soul's journey through procrastination or anything that would deplete or distract it from its purpose. Please share these few minutes of ancient soul truths. Thank you.